Welcome back into the Rowdy Studios. My name is Bassmasters. That's Buzz Cutler. We're talking about Jeff Gordon, who has a normal name. Right?
Wonder Boy?
No. He was the best car, wouldn't you say?
I would
Brickyard?
say he was definitely one of the best 3 cars. Yeah, and towards the end of the race, obviously, of those cars, he was in the best position to actually win the race. And you might say, as he did after the race, that means his championship hopes, the drive for 5, one for the thumb, is a lie.
Did he really go?
No, that was just me.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Should we start this one over again?
No, I don't think so. I think that was fantastic.
He says his championship hopes are alive.
We've been knocking on the door, just getting better every single weekend. We won a couple races, but to me, this is going to be a huge boost for this race team, and hopefully a bit of a statement, to the competition as well, that we're serious about our efforts at a championship this year. And if we can run like we did today here at Indy, I know we're capable of winning just about any place we go.
I'm not sure I'm ready to go there. Jeff Gordon has had some great races, some great performances this season. Obviously, he's got 2 wins to show for it. Could have won if there was another lap at Indianapolis yesterday. But I haven't seen him string those performances together week after week after week. He's had tremendous peaks, but he's also had tremendous valleys. And I think he needs to even out that line before he can really say, I am ready to win a championship.
Well, the win at Indy, to me, or not the win, the runner-up finish at Indy and the performance at Indy validates what we saw at Pocono. And when we go back to Pocono next week, I think he's going to be good there again. The problem with all that is, if you look at what you have to do in the chase, there's a couple things you have to do. Number one, you've got to be fast on the intermediate or downforce racetracks. You've just got to be fast there, and I don't know that I've really seen a signature performance from Jeff Gordon this year, or the consistency, which is the second thing that you've got to have in the chase, especially now. I mean, it's always been that way with the point system that we had in the past, but with this point system, consistency is the number one thing. You can't throw in a 20th place finish, or you can't have a problem in the chase and lose. If you have a problem in the chase and you finish 40th, it's like you didn't even race that day. I mean, that's what the point system.
What's that, 3 points?
Yeah, so
like
it's just, that's what we haven't quite seen yet. Now, I'm not saying that the 24 team, Hendrick Motorsports, Jeff Gordon, can't get there. They can get there. Just don't know that I've seen him there yet. So while the championship hopes are alive, there's speed in the race car at different tracks, there's not the consistency and there's not the performance on the downforce tracks that we need to see yet.
No, and as you said, that doesn't mean they can't get there, but if you look at the races before we get to the chase, how many downforce tracks are there in the run-up to the chase from this point forward for them to dial that in?
Right.
I mean, you got Pocono, you got Watkins Glen.
You've got Richmond, you've got Atlanta
and Michigan?
Bristol and Michigan.
Right. So you've got basically Michigan and Atlanta to try to dial in your downforce program in order to prepare for the 5 downforce tracks in the chase. I mean, that's going to be a tough nut to crack.
It is. And, you look at things right now and you wonder, who's got the momentum going into the chase? And right now, it's pretty hard to say.
Yeah, because
Carl Edwards has got distractions. The Roush cars, they weren't that good at Indy. I thought they'd be better.
Harvick has really fallen off.
The Childress cars haven't looked that great.
Gibbs
has been still spotty. And those engine problems still out there for that race team. And that will really sabotage you in the chase. So I think it's got that wide open feel right now.
And
that maybe, to me, is why Jeff Gordon's championship hopes are more alive, or just as alive as anybody else.
Well, I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point. You certainly don't see a dominant performance. You don't see a Denny Hamlin in 2010 or a Carl Edwards in 2008 as we near the chase. Now, maybe Kevin Harvick will dial his stuff back in. Maybe he's been trying stuff.
Or maybe Carl Edwards will decide to stay and everyone will be all happy again. And you just never know.
I think it's more likely that Paul Menard will win another race.
Well, that could happen too. It has been a wide open season. 14 winners this year.
15 now, I think.
Is it 15 now? More than certainly we had all last season.
Yeah.
So it's been quite a season, and the chase promises to be wide open. That's our look at Jeff Gordon and his championship chances.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.